everyone. Today I wanted to do like a foundation thing and show you, since summer's coming up, luminous glow that you could get. And I'm going to show you two different ways. One is going to be by mixing it, and one's going to be with a foundation that kind of does it itself. So I'm going to do half and half, and that's all that's really going to be in this video is the bronze look. And then I will probably do another one with an eye look together with it. So I'm also going to use two different foundation brushes so that it doesn't, this is basically going to be focused on the face. First thing, I'm going to put some of this Bliss cream to water moisturizer, because my face feels like it needs a moisturizer even though it's oily. I'm just going to rub it in. And it's like soaking up fast. Usually it leaves a glow to it more than usual, but yeah, it needs it. Okay, next thing, I'm going to take the primer. I'm going to use Baby Skin so you can get it. It's a Maybelline is Baby Skin. And we could focus on doing the poreless, but I will show you how to do that another time. So I'm just going to kind of put it on mostly in the T-zone where my pores are big. And I put it up underneath my eye because, I don't know, I just do. Want to make sure to get your pores filled, and you just kind of fill in the pores with this. I'm getting more, but right here I just kind of pat it in a little bit more than I do everywhere else. I have a better one for pore filling. When I do that video, I will use that one. But right now we're not focusing on that part. Now I'm just kind of spreading the excess over into the other parts of the face. All right. Now, neutralizer is what I'm going to use first, which is this Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer Neutralizer for these dark circles. We had a neighborhood problem last night that caused the police to be here. Not at my house. In the neighborhood. You really never know who lives around you, I swear. And this is a quiet neighborhood normally, so it's kind of sad that happened, but I'm not gonna go into it. I know at one point I was worried about their child, but it's someone else's business, so I don't really want to go into it on here. Now I'm just gonna kind of buff that down. I'm just trying to neutralize mostly some of the dark areas. I want to buff it down right now because I'm going to put the brightener over it as well to give the face some dimension. So we're going to take the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightener. It's kind of in a pink color. Kind of do like a triangle, but not much of one. So we're going to do this up here, a little bit right there, down the nose, right there, more there. I want to put some here. Different than I usually do, I know. And we're just going to pounce that in and blend it with the other end, because it's going underneath the foundation, so we're not too worried about. It's going to blend in just fine in a little while. I just poked myself in the eye.
Please, said top manager, you are. She said, this is kindly. Art was dark.
There we
There
go.
was no one to be seen. Thomas's heart sank. Suddenly,
All right. Now we're going to take a contour stick. We're just going to put a little bit on to put the contour a little underneath. I'm not doing the nose. I'm not really doing much with it except blending it. And I'm not really going to make sure it's all the way blended as well because, like I said, we're putting foundation over it. We're going to make sure it's blended enough. We just want a bronzy glow, and I probably will not be putting this back over on the top of the foundation. I just want it kind of underneath. Now, the first side we're going to do, we're going to use this L'Oréal Lumi, True Match Lumi on this side. So we're going to take that and we're going to use the Morphe foundation brush and press it into the skin. I got the colors that I can be, the color foundation that most closely matches this one to mix in with the other stuff. You see how it's like a glowy, natural looking glow? If it doesn't match too well, you know, it just won't go nowhere. I thought about taking Eric to go wash the car into the park. I'm just blending it down the neck. All right, see the natural glow going on? All right, let me make sure to get the rest so that it's all off of here. It was clean a minute ago. And you just want to stipple it by bouncing the foundation into the skin. All right, now that is what this one looks like. Now we're going to take the Lancôme in the color 2230W. And we're also going to take this Gellar Dew Dreamers. We're going to take 3 drops of that first. Or, let's see. 3 drops of it. And we're going to take a pump. First, a pump and a half. I'll probably end up wasting some of this because that's usually what I use for my whole face. But I didn't want to mess up the ratio. And I mix it together on the little palette. Then I take, we're going to use the It Cosmetics brush. I cleaned them. So we're going to use that. We're going to put that into the skin. This foundation is usually not very luminous as opposed to the, and with it mixed, it has a pretty smell, like a cocoa butter smell to it. And we're going to put that in the face, and we're going to bring it down the neck also. We're just going to kind of dab into it. And see how they match? And they both look the same. So you can get, and you don't have to necessarily use the Laura Geller ones. I don't have any other ones, or I would, well, I have Cover Effects, but they're probably more expensive. So I'm trying to, but I'm sure if there is another brand, like Illuminator, even if it's a cream, you could probably mix it with your foundation. I will try that out and let you know. But it gives a dewy look to the face. See, I told you I'd have some left over. I don't think there's any spots. Maybe fill in back here. May have to do that on the other side too. I always forget, and then I'll be looking in the mirror. I'm like, why does it down there look so uncolored? We'll just go ahead and get the ears. There we go. But you see what I mean? This is really, really dewy. I'm just kind of blending. There was no real product left on the brush. Okay, so that was the Lancôme for one side, and this is one of my favorite foundations. I'm gonna do I've been going through organizing all my stuff, and I'm gonna do a favorites video coming up. So, okay, these I didn't end up using, so we're just gonna put them in there so I don't put them in the description bar. We did use these. Do we need to brighten under the eye a little bit more? Let's go ahead and add a little bit more, just to brighten it a little, so it doesn't look all one tone. Just do light dots, and then take the same sponge and kind of just dab on it. That brightened under the eyes a little. All right, next, it's here somewhere. There it is. I'm gonna use pressed powder, the Maybelline Superstay, to set some of this. I'm grabbing the sponge out of it. We're gonna definitely set under the eyes. I'm like setting this, and then I'm gonna do like a light powder over the entire face. All right, now we're gonna take the powder brush. We're just gonna kind of set, but you can still see the glow under the skin on both sides. This is the Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation. But see how you can still see the glow on both sides? If you have dry skin, you probably don't want to do this. But you also, it's summertime, you want it to stay. So you might want to do it so when you sweat, it doesn't come off too much. I know the brows are hideous right now. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. We're going to take this big Morphe brush. We are going to bronze up the forehead, on the sides of the nose, the bottom of the nose, under the chin, and the jawline. I'm going to kind of pat it into the skin because we want it to show. We want that bronze sun-kissed look. We're going to grab a smaller brush. I'm going to grab this one. It's like a dense one, and I can't remember the company because it's not listed on here. We're just going to kind of stamp it on the side of the nose. All right, let's see. We can make those lines more harsh in a spot or two, like so. But I like how the face is getting color and not losing its shine. Next, you can take any blush you want. I'm gonna use Anastasia Pool Party, and I wanna go into these two colors here. So we're gonna kind of go into the both of them. One's got some luminosity to it. That's why I chose that one also. Kind of want to blend it into the bronze, and notice how it's a little bit darker than I probably wanted. Take this brush that has nothing on it, It has a no bronzer, no powder. And just kind of blend it together. Maybe take a little bit of bronzer to get the, but you could use the brush. Like so. And it'll add more bronze to it without putting any powder on it. But let's go ahead and add a little bit more powder. So that the pink isn't so in your face. All right, now we are going to take, I'm putting some of these up. This is the powder. I could lighten the blush with that without going back into the powder. All right, blush done. Now we are gonna take, I decided to go with this Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. Remember this one? So I'm thinking I want to go, because we're going for a bronze look, so I think I'm gonna go for that gold. We're gonna take our highlighter brush, go into this gold color, see that? I like when you're looking straight at me, you can see it. Some people just like to put it up here. I like it to be noticed if you're looking straight at me, if I'm looking at the sun. I'm gonna take a little bit and put it right here on the chin because where light hits. Just a little bit on the forehead. You heard me click it off just so I can have a little bit down the bridge of the nose. A little bit there on the top of the lips. Then let me shut this so I don't get anything in it. We're gonna take illuminating, you know what, I'm just gonna do this one. This is the Makeup Revolution illuminating spray. It's almost gone. I put it up here last night when I noticed it was almost gone so I could use it. You can tell it's almost gone because I can barely feel it on my face. And then we're gonna take the sponge and go through and blend it all in. So that you don't get that powdery look, you get the glowy look. So now, just because I wanna make sure it stays, I'm gonna go in with the All Nighter setting spray. Because, let's admit, it's summer. This one kind of disappeared, didn't it? We'll put more. If you notice your highlighter disappears, I mean, it didn't disappear much, and there's not much on the brush, so we'll just go over it like so. All right. Okay, then you could take a lip gloss. Let's do our brows real quick, actually. We're gonna use the Anastasia. Throw on some quick brows. Because you wanna kinda go natural. If you don't want eyeshadow, I'll do the eyeshadow in another video. For like a natural, everyday kind of look eyeshadow. Just something quick. Like if you're going to a barbecue or something for 4th of July. This video will be up today. So maybe I'll put that one up Monday. I already have a video in between that I've made, but I don't want to, it was another Jaclyn Hill palette and I didn't want to do them both in a row. So I figured we'd do this one today. Throw on some lip gloss. Let's go with this one I haven't used yet. This is the NYX Love Filler Instinct. It's just a clear gloss. And you could throw a lip liner around it. If you want to add some color, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Dynasty. See how it defines the lips? And that is just an everyday, real quick, you'll glow. You could add more bronzer, you could add more blush, you could do whatever you want, but this is just an everyday little makeup look that makes you shine, makes you look tan, makes you look healthy. I love that lipstick, actually. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you Monday. Happy Memorial Day weekend, and please be safe so I do see you Monday. Bye.